So there's me, Sean, I'm driving, Sean's in the car in the front, and I just clock in front of me, something ain't right. 3 people. It looks to me like they've got weapons. And as we got near, they tried to bring the weapon up to stop us. Sean's cool as a cucumber, he's got it. The girls in the back are screaming. In my head now, I'm formulating a plan, and the plan's simple. I'm gonna fucking run these over.
You mentioned that you set the Sean Penn beach story.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm talking about, this thing is a real life, basically, ambush that we came into. And of all places around the globe, it was in Haiti. And it wasn't a war zone, it was, a place of a massive natural disaster. But then it became, gangs looting and sort of gang warfare type thing, kidnapping. So the scenario, the situation I'm talking about, it was, while we're out there, Sean had set up his NGO, helping the people. We were doing a business out there and a charity. And over a period of time, I think we'd been out there 4 or 5 months, maybe longer, maybe a year. So we were quite well established. And on this particular day, we were going to go up, support another bunch of NGOs that were opening up a bunch of houses for the people who had nothing. A real nice thing they were doing. I think it was for the deaf people. Anyway, he was an American friend of ours, and we're chatting and said, Sean, do you want to come up with us and, go to this? That's what it was. So we decided we'll go up there, support these people that are doing these great things, and then maybe go to the beach for an hour, because it was up in the beach area, which are beautiful beaches in Haiti. So that's what we did. Went up, anyway, been out all day, did that, coming back. So there's me, Sean, I'm driving, Sean's in the car in the front. My now wife, Jules, and 2 of her friends, female friends, are in the back. We're coming back normal day. We come down through a place called National Route 1, which it's near a place called Cité Soleil. Cité Soleil is really the real poverty area, and there's a lot of crime down there, There is kidnappings, there's always been an issue. And at this particular time, the kidnapping thing had just stepped up more, They're realising grab a Westerner, because most people are paying money. It was a means of income to them. And on this particular day, we're coming back, and we're driving down through the outskirts of Cité Soleil off National Route 1. And as we come into this sort of built-up village, which was more shanty town thing, it's like a dirt type track. And as I'm coming down, it was almost like a scenario that we've done hundreds of times in the regiment, situation awareness of spot the unusual, something's not right sketch. So we're all driving there in the back laughing, we're chatting, me and Sean, and I just clock in front of me. Again, that's sixth sense, something ain't right. And I'm driving steadily down the road, and in the road, walking towards us, about 50 metres away at the moment, 3 people, 3 blokes, so around about the 20s age group. And they're walking to it, and I'm noticing just their demeanour, it looks to me like they've got weapons. And I'm not saying anything to anybody, but I'm clocking it and I'm thinking, right, in my head now, I'm formulating a plan. And the plan's simple. I'm going to fucking run these over. And I ain't got time to brief them, tell them what's going to go on. And as I'm looking at them, beyond them is like a big old industrial lorry. And it's coming across the road. It's going to block the road. So as you're coming down the dirt track, down the right-hand side, where the truck is a bit of a pavement and a wall, solid brick wall. To the left are buildings, so I definitely can't get round to the left. The only way I'm going to get round is either before that lorry closes that gap, or I'm going to have to mount the pavement. And I'm watching this scenario, it's building up in my head. So as we're driving towards it, I kind of look at Sean, and I've got a feeling Sean's picked up on it as well. And now I've seen a pistol. I've seen a guy in a red jumper, and he's walking sort of, I can see the pistol in the bottom of his hand. The guy to the left had something, I couldn't tell what it was, whether it was a rifle down his side. And as we got near, they tried to bring the weapon up to stop us. So I just hit the gas. And I can see the lorries now trying to close that gap as well. They're all in this together. They're going to block us in and kidnap us or do whatever they're going to do. So I drive straight at these people. Sean's cool as a cucumber. He's got it. The girls in the back are screaming, wondering what is going on. He's lost his mind. So I'm aiming at them. That's now my weapon. They're getting it. So I go out and they dive out the way. I then fucking mount the curb and literally down the side, I'm almost scraping the wall. I'm fucking, before the truck can close us in, through the truck, and then just fucking spin it to the left and then just break down to normal driving again. And the girls go, "Ah!" What the fuck's going on? I don't say anything. We're about 5 minutes away from our location, which was the hotel we were staying at, which was our hotel that we'd built. And then we drive into the hotel. They're white as a ghost. Sean's cool as a cucumber. I go to the bathroom. We get into the hotel. I thought, let's get a drink. We go into our little hotel foyer. The girls are still going, what the fuck is wrong with you? What's going on? You know, all fucking disheveled. So Sean sat there and he's got a drink and he's got a napkin. I go to the toilet and then it's that moment, you know, like True Romance where he talks to himself in the mirror. Go out there, stay cool. So I'm looking at myself going, what the fuck just happened? And I'm running it in my head. And I'm like, yeah, it did. So I come out, I don't say a word. I sit down next to Sean. Sean's got a map. He's got this napkin. He's just drew out exactly where he goes. These two here. And I went, yeah, exactly. You know, bang. And that's what it was. Anyway, to finish off that story, that was one of our best days. So that happens. Then I tell the girls what had happened. And they were, I didn't realise. And I think it was at that moment where I said to the girl, now my wife, Jill, says, if you are driving in a place like this, you have got to be prepared to use this thing as a weapon. And Jules never forgets that. I says, you have to be aware that is the only thing that's going to save your life in a scenario like this. Anyway, I jump forward about 2-3 days later. No, same day. A few hours later, we get a report from the UN. Someone's been kidnapped on the National Route 1. And what it was, same people, same location. This time it was a female working for the UN on the back of a bike. They shot the driver, killed him, took her, kidnapped her, and then whatever they did for 4 or 5 days when they held her, which was not good. Yeah. So it was just one of those mad, lucky situations, yeah.
Just a quick interruption for the video, guys. As many of you know, we are independent creators and filmmakers, but there is a massive attack on us right now. Traditional media over the last few years has started to slowly die. They are no longer the independent voice that you first thought they were. That's why we've created Mulligan Brothers Patreon. We've built something special for our most dedicated supporters, and I want to break it down for you real quick. The supporter tier gets you ad-free early access to both video and audio versions of Mulligan Brothers interviews 24 hours before it goes public. The executive tier gets you everything that a supporter tier gets, plus more. Exclusive interviews and behind the scenes content, walk and talks, daily routines, unreleased interviews, the stuff that you don't see anywhere else. And finally, the executive producer tier. Everything from the supporter tier and the executive tier, plus exclusive perks. Access to our treatment packages. Be the first to see which guests are coming up and get insight into the topics we'll be discussing before anyone else. And you'll even get an executive producer credit on every single documentary that we make. So if you've ever wanted to support the Mulligan Brothers mission of inspiring change so we can go around the world and get these stories that nobody else will, this is exactly how you do it. Go to patreon.com/Mulligan Brothers or click the link in the description or scan the QR code on screen. Join the community and help us inspire change. Let's dive back into the video.
Do you find in your normal day-to-day life, because there's another story where you were younger, and there was a bar fight, you ended up going through a window.
Oh yeah, the White House.
Yeah, but is there beyond those situations? Have you ever found that dangerous situations have kind of found you, or you found yourself in those situations where your military trainers helped you in just back in the UK, maybe at a supermarket or something? Is there?
Yeah, I think. I don't know. I mean, this is a bit of the growing up streetwise, being in gangs and being, in sort of sticky situations quite a bit. Most of them I caused myself as I grow up. But you can read the scenario, and if I go into a pub, I'm always aware of what's around me. I say always, not most of the time. And if something ain't right, I can fucking feel it, and I'm always ready to react to something.
Training or natural? Is that something you've had?
Natural, I think, because of the way I grew up, I think. I could tell something ain't right, and I'm always aware of it. I can see somebody acting, that person's a bit edgy about something, someone's not, and then all of a sudden he starts a scrap. You can just see it building up, and I tend to, if something's like that building up, I try to stay away from it. Just go, let's finish our drinks, let's move on, or just sort of go around it. But if it starts and I'm there, I don't just fucking stand there and watch it. I don't jump in because I want to fight, but I'll get in there and try and stop it. Not like these people today who'll stand there and fucking video it. I'll get in there and try and stop it, and do something about it. But yeah, I think that's just natural instincts from growing up and that sort of stuff. I don't think about the fear factor, or I might get stabbed, till later on. I see a situation build up, do something now. You ain't got time to fucking analyse too much. You know, get in there, stop that bloke kicking that girl in the face, or whatever it might be, you know, in a bar type scenario you're talking about.